Ladies and gentlemen, the seventh wonder of the world, it's Rick and Tony.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Hey, I can work for Looney Tunes if I want to.
All right. Man.
Oh, my God. Tonight, we're going to talk about horses.
Horses or forces?
Horses. A horse is a horse, of course. Not Mr. Ed. We're talking about American Pharaoh, okay?
Oh, yeah. What happened with that?
Fastest stinking horse I ever seen in my life, okay? I mean, even if the guy was following him in the glue factory truck, this guy was trucking.
Man.
So, yeah, fastest horse I ever seen. I don't know. Did you watch this at all today? Or were you otherwise confined to it, doing other things?
You know, it's funny how, the weather's nice and everybody's doing things on the weekends. And by the time it gets to the Belmont Stakes, it's not usually, it's the real people that love horse racing that's watching,
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
But today, because of the chances of the Triple Crown, people were watching, I guess, more than normal. I did not watch it, but I'm one of the people that tuned in later and wanted to find out what happened.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing the statistics of how fast this horse runs. I know that there's one measurement of the stride of this horse was something like 26 feet. That's per stride. I don't know how that would come down into seconds or whatever, but man, it's unreal. If you just stop and watch it, maybe I just analyze things too much, but amazing.
Yeah, that's like the length of a couple pickup trucks.
2 pickup trucks. That's a good way to say that.
Yeah. Now
there's other things about this horse. This horse is physically gifted in a lot of different ways, according to its. I think there was something about its bloodline. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it was.
Am I just following the wrong story?
It's in the bloodline, I believe, of the last Triple Crown winner, who was Secretariat, I believe, right?
Whoa.
And Secretariat is a great grandfather or something for this horse. I don't know how that works.
Holy crap!
But somehow has ties to Richmond, Virginia, where the other horse.
How do you get that done though? I mean, how long has Secretariat been, not with us?
I heard that Secretariat, even before it won the Triple Crown, they were already, because it was so good, they were already selling the breeding rights to that horse. So they.
You mean like by the quart or?
I don't know how they. It may have been by the ounce or by the quart. I'm not sure.
Oh my God!
But yeah, I'm sure that was probably has a lot of offspring. But,
holy Lord, can you imagine? It's kind of like a woman freezing her eggs, though, sort of. Think about it.
Yeah, well, if you go to Food City or Ingles, and you see the eggs in the freezer. Food City wasn't
what was coming to mind, but hey.
If you see the eggs in the freezer,
yeah.
Something's wrong. I don't know.
Oh, my God. Well, boy, howdy, let me tell you, we could go on with that one for years. There's about 1,000 jokes in there.
Oh yeah,
but I'm not sure if we have the time to do that in one podcast. But
Ari Manis can probably work something out with that.
Oh man, we need to talk to Ari sometime. He's going to be touring with Ari. For those of you who don't know who Ari Manis is, look him up. He does a podcast on a channel called Stand Up and Talk. It's primarily for stand-up comedians that want to get a podcast started. This company is allowing them, giving them the platform to do that. Ari works at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles, California. Great friend of the show. We haven't talked to him in a while, but I hear he's been kind of busy or something. Who's he touring with now, Tony?
Was it Pauly Shore? I'm not
Pauly
sure.
Shore and another gentleman. I cannot remember his. Yeah, I can't remember his name, but I guess when you see Pauly Shore, on the bill,
I'm not sure.
Like, wow.
I'm not sure if it was Pauly Shore.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it was Pauly Shore.
Yeah.
But anyway, Pauly, of course, his family has owned the Los Angeles version of the Comedy Store for a while. I think it's his mom now is the person that's in charge or was in charge. She's sort of ill, I think, right now.
Yeah, Mitzi Shore. But, I'm sure about Mitzi Shore.
Did you ever see Biodome?
Yeah, that was one of the.
That was
one of the movies he was in.
Yes, it was. I wasn't just going to go to Biodome for no reason.
Pauly had the squirrel. The thing he did.
He got famous on MTV so many years ago, and everybody thought, man, this guy's just a goofball. He's never going to make it. And he went through the whole 80s and 90s, one movie after another.
Who's the first person you remember from MTV? The first time you saw?
Oh my God!
I know who. There's two people.
The chick with the blonde hair. What was her name? Blackfield. Oh man, I can't remember her name.
There was a girl with black hair, real flat hairdo, short.
Oh.
Hair. I forget her name. But then there was Kurt Loder.
Yeah, Kurt Loder was always a serious guy that did MTV News.
Yeah, and he was a straight man. He was like Tom Brokaw.
Yeah,
he was on
I'm
MTV.
telling you.
Yeah, so when he talked about Iggy Pop or something crazy out there, it sounded real serious.
Yeah, he could do it without laughing. I think the coolest thing, though, was when I was, I'm not going to say how old I was, man, because I'm just, I'm just like that. But I remember the first night that MTV went on the air.
I'll say how old you are. And for the right money, I won't say how old you are.
Oh, my God. You have to give me that bank account number later. I'll some money in there.
I'll give you a podcast. Anyway. I'll give you a podcast or two time frame before I say it.
Oh, my God, you're terrible. Anyway, I remember seeing one of my favorite bands in the whole world, and they still are, and that was Kiss. And I forget, I can't even remember the song. I think it was Detroit Rock City was the one that they started out with. And, man, I thought that was just so cool. I could turn on the television and watch Kiss.
Right.
And I remember they only had just a few videos at that point. And, you would probably get to see, they would recycle probably about every, 60 minutes or so. But
you may not believe where I first saw Kiss. I saw my first Kiss performance.
Wow.
It was on TV, but guess where I saw it, what channel it was on.
I have no idea.
It was
PBN?
It was on PBS, and they were
really?
They were showing the concert, and at the I don't remember which one it was, which concert it was, but at the very end, I think all the audience was just gone at the very end. It disappeared. But it was kind of a weird thing.
Wow.
They had full makeup and all that stuff on. It was like 70,
that's incredible.
76, 77. I don't know. I was pretty young.
And I think Kiss brought theater more to rock and roll than anything, and I don't mean that in a negative connotation, because they made, like, when you went into a Kiss show, you had an incredible time. Nobody sat down. There was no hesitation. You knew what you were going to get from these guys, man. They were going to be 6 inches from your face all night long, and the music was loud, and it was something that you could sing to. They Detroit Rock City is a rock anthem. I mean, everybody knows that song, and it's probably one of their biggest selling songs. Well, actually, their biggest selling song was a ballad. Did you know that?
Which one was it? Beth? Okay.
Peter Criss actually wrote the music, wrote the words. It was his baby, and I hope old Pete got the money for that. I hope he keeps getting the money for that. I mean, it's not like Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons are working at the 5 and Dime store right now. I mean, they're
right.
They're going to be around for a long time, just making cash, I think. But
when I first heard that song, it made me not ever want to be in a band because, man, you have to stay out late and do a lot of stuff. And people get mad at you.
That's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Beth probably was pretty mad. I don't know how that ended up.
Oh my God, your wife would kill you, and so would mine.
Yeah,
it'd be a bad thing. But most guys, though, Tony, excluding you and I, they would love to be in a band and be out late all night doing all those crazy things.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not admitting to anything, but I think that would probably be an experience. I'll just say that. So.
Yeah, Beth, what can you do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she eventually left. She probably had to.
Yeah.
He probably called her Roxanne or somebody else, Or was that that was the other guys? I forgot.
They should go ahead and make a sequel to that song so everybody knows what happened.
Yeah, the divorce proceedings.
And I got home in the morning and Beth kicked my ass.
Damn, I'm glad you don't sing for a living. Just depending on how many people watch this podcast, maybe you should sing for a living.
No. Yeah, I mean, if it's bad enough, people like train wrecks, right?
For some reason, YouTube's full of that stuff,
And here we go, right on to the news. An Amtrak train crash yesterday.
Oh yeah, didn't it cut like a big truck in two or something?
Yeah, they're having some trouble with train traffic.
Yeah, what's the deal, man? I'm not traveling on the train anytime soon. I mean, I just would rather not.
Yeah, they haven't said a lot about the first. Not the first, but the first recent wreck where that train was going like 100 miles an hour around a curve.
Oh yeah, what was the deal with that? The cops said that when they got to the accident, they wanted to arrest the guy that was driving the train.
Gee.
But they wouldn't let him or something. I'm not sure exactly what the deal was.
Yeah,
but,
something had supposedly hit the windshield of other trains, and
oh yeah.
So there was some damage on that one, but then they said that they have said it was not a gunshot or a bullet that hit it. That it may have been a rock or debris or something.
That aliens. That's what it is.
I don't think that had anything to do with it. I think the guy probably
hot rodding. You don't think so?
He was just hot rodding it.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
You don't think that aliens could have had anything to do with that?
No.
Okay. Well,
they're all not. I don't
faith.
think they're aliens anymore. I think they're naturalized citizens now. I think that's. I think they fixed that.
Sorry,
right?
I was using the wrong term.
Oh. And why do they care about the train? They just want a job and money to send home to their families. So.
I killed the windshield. Oh my God, that could be a problem. Let me tell you. I don't know, man. They're letting them come across the border like nobody's business in Texas.
Maybe I figured this out. Maybe the train industry is being all the trains are being built by aliens.
It's a conspiracy.
So they need to build some more trains and cars now.
Exactly. I think that's probably it.
There's always money behind everything, right?
Oh, and I got something to talk about, Tony. There's something that I'm just really concerned
How could it be
about.
more important than what we just talked about?
I thought, something that's changing the magnetic pull of the planet would be a slight problem.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Yeah. The CERN particle collider fired up on the 4th of June.
Now, I'm going to pull this up right now, and I'm going to look at the live feed because I do that whenever
Exactly. I looked at some of that this afternoon, and I was like, holy crap. You know, they're talking about paranormal happenings happening in this little town in Switzerland. Yeah, that their people are seeing dead relatives. What they're talking about is maybe going into bringing up another dimension.
Yeah. Well,
hey, I don't know. I have no proof of that I can show anybody.
I'm pretty sure that this has something to do with the new X-Files remake that they're doing.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. The company's got to have he's got to have some places to go. We may have to interview this guy.
Yeah. This is.
I have a problem in this world if everybody's talking about a fuel crisis or energy crisis, but you have something buried 300 feet under the ground in a big, huge circle that costs $1 gazillion trillion, and all of a sudden it takes 3 weeks to harvest. Now, this is the words that they used, to harvest enough energy to start it. Okay?
Yeah. You know, we almost had one in the United States that was more powerful than this one, but it was canned.
Okay. I didn't know that.
It's partially built, and it was going to be as big or bigger. So I'm looking at some stats here. Live. Let's see.
Well, it's the middle of the day over there now, so they should be firing that bitch up if it's time to do that, you know. It's a normal work day over there, I'm guessing.
Average bunch intensity times 10 to the 11th power.
See, I didn't go to school that day. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know what that means.
That's okay. But we shouldn't. If we did know what that meant, we would be making more money.
But previously, when they first built this thing, of course they had a problem. Then they had to heat it back up and fix the problem, then freeze it back down to as close as they get to absolute zero. That's hard to say.
Holy crap!
And then they wanted to increase the voltage, so they had to change the power. The trillion electron volts needed to be higher. How many trillion electron volts they needed to do? Yeah. That's
what the hell is that? Is that enough to do New York City or
I think
L.A. altogether? Or?
That's pretty bad. I know any of this stuff, but being a hillbilly in the hills of Virginia. But I think the first run was at 7 trillion electron volts, and they're going to push this thing up to like 10 to 15 trillion electron volts, and maybe 20 trillion electron volts, and that's when the good stuff happens, I think.
Oh, man.
So they sold this whole thing trying to say, oh, yeah, we're looking for this God particle that gives
Yeah,
mass,
that's exactly right, yeah.
People aren't going to be interested in this, but it gives mass to other particles and actually it seems to build atoms or, give them mass and builds atoms. So, So this particle, so they found it, and it's there. It's supposed to have been game over, right?
No, you would think so.
We're going to increase the power 20 times. Shit. We're going to increase the power 20 times. There might be something better we can see.
Okay. I don't want to be in that board meeting. Hey, you said to turn it up, not me.
I want to know. I can't. I wonder what they're going to do there. I'm not sure.
I don't know, man. You hear all kinds of crazy stuff.
So
but seriously,
anybody still listening is either a nerd or they like the train wrecks.
Exactly. Either that or I'm just wondering what the guy does when he drives by from the electric company and he sees a little meter like flying around and smoke and shit coming out of it, and he's like, "Yeah, they're there." How much does that cost? And what I'd like to know is who's paying for all this.
Yeah.
The United States, NATO, the European Union. Who's trying to find all this and why?
I think probably they're funding it with by weed in Norway or something. They're selling a lot of that stuff and taking that money.
Selling a lot of weed in Amsterdam, and they're like, "Hey, I know what we can do with our money." Hey, I got an idea. Send it to Rick and Tony, and we will show you exactly how to spend your money.
Don't send any of it.
What, are their money? Yeah, they can
the
send
money.
all their
Yeah,
money.
the money. Yeah, the money. Okay.
Not the weed. We're not into that. Oh, my God.
We don't want to have to answer for that.
No, I just want piles of cash. I'm sure I can figure out what we can do with piles of cash.
Yeah, we can forget it. We can get a new camera.
Boy, what a camera! Let me tell you, son. Oh my Lord.
So
well, things are happening pretty rapidly for netradiodogs.com. We're working our tails off. We're going to have some new programming coming up. There's going to be once or twice a week you're going to hear from Tony and I about the biggest idiots in the world. And believe me, you don't have to go far to find them. Open up your newspaper. If you just sit in front of your television for about 5 or 6 minutes, we got enough for six podcasts. If we can just write it all down real quick. Because
do you think NASCAR? Could build a template for us for that?
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
So for the biggest idiot, you could, if they have to be able to.
I'm telling you,
template.
They're out there.
They're
doesn't necessarily have to be a person either. It could be a country, a happening, something we don't understand, and we're just trying to fill in the blanks.
Oh, you don't mean physically. You don't mean like a physically biggest idiot. You mean like you can't
not a 12-foot tall idiot, but there could be a 12-foot tall idiot.
You can't build an outline of a Sasquatch and see if they fit. Very little light around it, and say that's the biggest.
All right, now you're getting into something good here. You're talking about Sasquatch now. Man, there are so many videos on YouTube about Sasquatch. Of course, everybody knows the one video that is like back in the 60s or 70s, where the guy was actually in the suit, and for a lot of years, everybody was, just freaked out by this video. This guy walking like a Sasquatch and turning around, looking at the camera and walking.
How do you know about the suit?
Well,
nobody knows about the suit.
Yeah, they do. This guy that was actually in the suit died in the mid to late 90s.
So he was
very old. Yeah.
He was wearing an Armani, and then he was also wearing a Sasquatch outfit on top of that. And just right now, you have unearthed that the guy was wearing.
Blown it away.
Was it a bow tie? Was he wearing a bow tie, or was he wearing?
I think so.
Necktie?
I think it was a bow tie. Yeah, it was a bow tie. Back to the truth part of what we're talking about. This guy actually passed away, and on his deathbed, he kind of confessed to the whole deal. And they found the suit and all that good stuff. And I'm not saying that there's not a race of Bigfoot, Sasquatch type people.
In Southwest Virginia.
Because
I'm seeing
there can be a Sasquatch. Marion, Virginia could be full of them for all we know.
I'm starting to get offended by this, just a little bit.
Why would you get offended, Tony?
No reason. Go ahead.
Well, I'll just let everybody know. Tony has been a Sasquatch investigator for a number of years. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I found out. So just let it go. He actually has a Twitter page.
Oh, no, that's secret. We got to cut this out. Nobody knows where that came from. Nobody knows where that is or who does it.
Okay.
First edit.
Hey, I was going to blow the lid off a Sasquatch problem in this country.
Man.
Oh, man. Well, now we got to talk about something else.
Yeah, how do you change the subject, though? It's really hard now.
Oh, my God. Hey, I believe in that. I really think that there's no way we can search every square inch of wild area in this country you know, especially around Montana, around in those areas, Oklahoma, you know, Colorado. How could you search all that?
I know a guy in Maine. His name is Michael Merchant.
Okay.
And he's been doing YouTube videos for a long time about Sasquatch and about a lot of wildlife things. And he's actually really a really smart, maybe a biologist. I think he may be, but he goes around in Maine and investigates woods and things like that. And he's pretty more of a realist for Sasquatch. I think it doesn't exist.
Okay.
And he'll show you why, and see all these game cameras and all this stuff. I mean, there's plenty of room for one to exist, but it's probably not there.
Yeah.
But anyway, he could probably be someone we could interview. I think he'd give us a lot of good talk and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll have to try to reach out to him and see if we can talk to Michael Murray.
Sounds good. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, man. We went from American Pharaoh to Sasquatch. I'm not real sure how we got through that gene pool, but anyway, what do you think about Shia LaBeouf's latest meltdown on the internet? Have you seen that yet?
Well, I saw it, but I didn't listen to it. It was funnier without the audio.
I don't know, man. He's just an idiot, okay? He's an idiot.
I was going to take some different audio and put to the background of that.
I think that'd be probably pretty good.
Maybe really high-pitched female voice rant would be pretty funny.
Take out the garbage! Every married guy in the world could say, "Oh yeah."
There was a video I could tell. The first time I could tell Shia was losing it, there was this video someone took out of the window of their car in, I think it was on the, it was one of the off-roads of the 407 or something like that in L.A. area.
Right.
And in that area, in California, it's totally legal for, if there's stopped traffic, motorcycles can take the center of the lane and go between the cars.
Yeah.
So this motorcycle went between them. And he got angry at the guy. It looked like Shia got angry at the guy, and they met each other again at a red light.
Oh no!
Just looked upside, and Shia was just giving him the look. So that's all he had, is just the look.
Just the look.
He gave him the look.
Holy crap!
Like, I might have opened that door.
Yeah. What was the movie he did about?
That's a felony in California.
You're kidding me.
Yeah,
to open your door?
They have a felony charge because people, when the motorcycles ride between the cars, some people think it's cool or good to stop the motorcycle with your door, which is probably pretty hard on the driver of the motorcycle, or the rider, because you can't stop very quickly for a door. But they made it a felony.
Oh my
God. It happened a couple times.
What was the movie he did about the FBI and Homeland Security and a few years back? I can't remember exactly what the name of that movie was.
Transformers?
But Shia went on, I think it was Letterman. And no, it was Jay Leno. Jay Leno's show back when Jay was at the helm there. And he was talking about how the FBI consultants sat down with him one day, and he had some questions for him just about the film. And the consultant said, "Oh yeah, man, if you have OnStar in your car?" And he's like, "Yeah." He says, "We could completely disable your car wherever we want to and lock your doors." Okay.
True.
That can be done. That's right. I can see that happening. But if you have ADT security, which a lot of big stars do, and a lot of people do in this country now with crime the way it is, they can actually lock your doors to your house.
Yeah.
And you're trapped either way. The bitch is when you're in the garage in your car and They lock the garage door and your car door.
Yeah.
But anyway, he said that this guy told him that the NSA was actually listening to every fifth phone call that was made in the country.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he said that the guy played a phone call of his for him in front of him. Not really. He was trying to have phone sex.
Was it an MP3?
It was one of those. I don't know, but it was one of those. Hey, what are you wearing? Thing, you know. And
was it AAC codec or was it flat or was it MP3?
I have no idea.
Oh.
But he is so. He is. I don't know even what category to put this dude in now, man. He's convinced completely that the world can take you down at any second, which I can technically see what's going on with his head. But I think he's letting these things bother him a little too much. So I think he needs to just let it go. I mean, he's starting to try to come back a little bit, but I don't know.
We're talking about some things now that are going to get the eyes turned towards us a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to take out everything about the FBI.
What's that?
I'm joking. But anyway, so now we're on that track. So they had there's especially in Northern Virginia, there's been a lot of those fake cell towers that they're like the man in the middle.
Yeah, I saw those.
They're between your phone and you. They become a sort of an AP access point for the telephone, and then it sends the data on to the real network. Okay, so they can scrub that for anything they want. Once they have that, every bit of that data goes through their device, and it clearly can be recorded.
Amazing.
So the criminals would probably already have their things encrypted before they send it through that, and then they couldn't do very much with it. But anyway. There's there is also some aerial planes. They're using just airplanes and helicopters also to become more of a targeted spot, which is good, if you want to try to catch the people in a terrorist cell.
Yeah, but what if they screw up and get the wrong dude?
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying? There could be a problem there.
Yeah, and if they hear something illegal, they have to act on it. I mean, that's
sure. Well, hey, I want them to, man. I want to feel safe in this country. I love this country. It's great. We can, put our podcasts out and talk about, just about anything that we want to. And we have the ability to make people laugh just with what's on our mind, as small and minute as it may be.
But if you're talking about, if it's a NASCAR team member or something talking on there, and they're talking about knocking that front hood down just a little bit, in the middle of the race, just to make the airflow a little better.
Which team would that have been?
I don't know. I'm not saying who.
Not at liberty to say, are you? Me either. We love NASCAR. We love what those guys do, man. We're just kind of horsing around.
Yeah, they're not going to wash their hands of it. I guess that's the only thing we can do.
I think they've washed their hands.
No, they didn't wash their hands. No.
Although
they have to go back and listen. No, they have to go back and listen to other podcasts to figure this out.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, they didn't wash their hands.
Wow.
They're not washing their hands of this.
They're not washing their hands.
I wouldn't wash my hands either if I was in a hurry. I mean, that you sacrifice cleanliness for time sometimes.
Exactly.
And that's just a man thing.
Oh my God. Well, we want to let everybody know what we've got coming up over the next few days. Of course, we've been following the album Orthophonic Joy that was put out by Sony. And actually, we did the first podcast interview, and we got the inside story from Rusty Morrell and Leah Ross a few weeks ago. Now, they did a nationwide talent search. They wanted to find somebody that they could put on this record that would be close to what they did actually when they did the original 1927 tapes.
Because Ralph Peer invited people to come in. They didn't just put them on they didn't just record them.
No.
They had to meet some standard and
yes, they did.
Actually win the opportunity to be recorded.
Right, exactly. We're going to meet a gentleman that won that talent search, Mr. Corbin Hainsley. Excellent young man. Man, the music this guy makes with a banjo, just, I know it sounds weird, but man, this guy is good. He is just one of those kind of musicians that just gives you chills, man, when you hear him play. And great singer. Hopefully we'll do a little bit of his performance stuff. If we can get him to play some for us. Right. And talk with him for a while the next few days, and then we're going to have hopefully Mr. Carl Jackson, one of the executive producers of the album, knows everybody in Nashville. If you go anywhere and throw out the name Carl Jackson, people are going to say, yeah, I know Carl. Everybody knows Carl because he's a great musician and a great producer. Yeah, and he had a big chunk of things to do with this record getting out and getting into the hands of the proper distributors and things working out real good.
Yeah, they know if Carl is producing that, it's going to be perfect. It's going to be really good.
Oh, man, it's going to be gold. I mean,
I'd like to say
I've joked about, hey, yeah, we'll interview you again when the album goes gold, and then when it goes platinum, and we're thinking, boy, we may be doing a few interviews. I mean, it's the record's moving right up the charts, and I mean they're selling it everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be one of the highest various artist CD compilations of our time. Anyway,
I do too. I really do. Good record. But anyway, we're going to be speaking to a lot of different people over the next few weeks. So everybody needs to keep tuned in. Check out our podcasts on YouTube. Of course, we've got them on our Facebook page at Net Radio Dogs. And if you go on there and like the page, we're going to be very happy.
Right, definitely.
But it makes it a little easier if you don't want to. If you can get Facebook where you're at, like on your phone or whatever. You can always pull up the interviews on there, or of course our trusty standby YouTube channel is pumping them out too. So we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter. If you need to know what Net Radio Dogs is doing, though, the Facebook page and actually the front page of the website is going to give you all the updated information of what's happening with us.
Right. So, yeah, a lot of people may be listening by iTunes and or other third parties sometimes grab the iTunes feed, so you might be listening to this from any other site. You could be listening. I mean, who knows who's linked onto it? You know, it's kind of out there for everyone to hear once you've added it out there free.
Exactly.
But if you're listening to this from anything, you just go to netradiodogs.com. All the links are at the bottom of the page to the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, and
exactly.
Even the iTunes, link back to iTunes. So it's always a work in progress. Our website is, in flux, and the streams are ready to go at any given time. It's just a matter of we've got just enough content to start running the streams now.
Exactly.
We've got about close to 20 podcasts, and there's a lot of content in hours. We've had thousands of views on YouTube now, thousands of almost 4,000 or 5,000 minutes watched of YouTube, and we've only been around for a couple months. So we're very humbled and happy that people are listening, and we want people from all around the world to listen. And I guess any suggestions or anything, just go to netradiodogs.com or email Rick at netradiodogs.com or Tony at netradiodogs.com. Especially Rick at netradiodogs.com.
I think you should take care of all the bad stuff.
You can send him any suggestion of tricks you want him to perform, either on camera or on audio. The ones on audio sound different. You can use your imagination.
Oh my God. Lord help us. That's all
I think, balancing spinning plates. The audio
that'll be an audio one, because I think we can pull that one off on the audio.
So anything you want Rick to do,
crazy.
We'll record it and put it on YouTube, and if you want me to do it, I'll ask Rick to do it for me. He'll get in a Sasquatch suit. And
I got one more thing to talk about. Yeah, I got one more thing to talk about before we go, Tony.
Oh no.
Man, on Monday and Tuesday nights, I have this really bad thing that happens. If I'm not sitting down at 8:00 watching America's Got Talent, then I have then there's something wrong. There's a death in the family, or something's really bad happening, because that's my addiction. I like that show.
If you get out the preparation H about 2 hours before that,
yeah,
nothing bad will happen.
Oh my God! But anyway, you can really get some good belly laughs, man, watching this. And I mean, it's just some of it's great, but some of it's so bad that it's still funny.
Yeah.
And you got to commend these guys that are the writers and the editors of this show. They put 4 completely different people together on a panel, and these guys have pretty much took out American Idol for next year, because it's over.
Yeah,
I would much rather watch Howard Stern, just completely bitch somebody out for telling a bad joke, than I would some kid that thinks he can sing. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, I'm just over American Idol.
A lot of hearts are broken on that show.
Yeah, I know. And The Voice is another good show, and that's really, really good. And I got to give my props to this kid Sawyer, that one American, or God, here I am, that one The Voice this year. This kid was really, really good. He has a voice like not a lot of people have heard before. And what would be really cool is if we could get that kid on the phone one night and talk to him about what's going on. But as of right now, they're going to work this kid to death. He's going to be in every county fair in the world.
Who is this person?
His name's Sawyer okay. Fredrickson. Just look him up.
There's another one that's interesting too that I've been watching that. We didn't talk about this before.
Right.
This isn't in the script. But,
no, this is just something I like to do on Monday nights.
Do you have a script? I didn't get a script either.
I didn't get one either, so I've just been winging it all night.
Johnny Shelton from Knoxville, Tennessee sang.
Johnny Shelton.
And he sang, I believe, he sang a song. He had a young son that died of cancer.
Oh my God!
Did you not see that?
No, I must have missed that one.
That was on May 26th. I'm looking it up here. But anyway,
wow.
Yeah, he got right through quickly. He can sing pretty good, and he did a really good song there.
Yeah. Well, maybe
content,
everybody needs to check his website out, or just check him out on Google and see what the real story is with this guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way, it's a great show. Brings a lot of good stories out. People maybe that have tried to be in the music business and didn't make it, and now they've had an opportunity with with these great coaches to show them what they need to do.
Right.
But who's your favorite coach on The Voice, Tony?
On The Voice, well,
yeah, it's
got to be Blake.
Well, he's funny and all, and he has a lot of knowledge and he has a lot of contacts. But the one guy that really struck me was Pharaoh. He brings out the creative juices in all these people, and it just shocks me to how he can motivate these people very, very easily. Just really shocks me. But of course. You know, who's the other guy on the end down there that got somebody never sing a song about sugar and not expect somebody to throw it in your face eventually. You know, you're walking down a red carpet and somebody throws a bag of powdered sugar in your face. Wow.
Yeah,
there's some strange people out there.
I wonder if Def Leppard had that trouble.
I don't know, but it would be a big jacket or something.
Because they wanted people
Def
to
Leppard.
pour sugar on them.
Oh, my God.
Was that?
I hope Ari doesn't hear that joke. We'll get bad mail from him.
Yeah, so I posted the link to the Knoxville guy, to the Net Radio Dogs.
Sure. Hey, if you can post the one to Sawyer Fredrickson too, that kid deserves a lot of help, and if he's around your area, go see him. Great kid. I mean, this kid is so humble. It's like when you look at him, when you look in his eyes, you can almost see that this kid just cannot believe what's happening to him right now. And I like the night that they gave him a car and they gave him a new Nissan, and he was like, but I don't have my license yet. Because he actually turned 16 on the show. And of course he was pretty busy, so he didn't get a chance to go to the DMV and get his license. I thought that was kind of funny. But the kid deserved to win. He almost got booted once, and Pharaoh brought him back. But good shows on television now, man. Of course, you can get on Netflix and find anything you want. But did you find this kid yet, Tom?
Yeah. I'm trying to get a link for it here. Oh yeah. I remember watching him. I don't remember him by name, but he was really good on there.
Hey, when he did Man of Constant Sorrow, I was freaked out. It was kind of scary that this kid could have that kind of feeling in his voice. And,
I thought he did a pretty good job of covering it differently.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this kid's good. But, like I said, we're going to try to, you guys have, as our audience, you guys have ideas, people you'd like to have us talk to on the show. We'd love to do it. Tony and I have no fear, so to speak, on what we got to do. We know what we have to do to keep you guys listening, so that's what we're trying to do.
No fear, and everyone has a story. Those are two.
That is it.
Those are two slogans that we're going to get tattooed in an inconspicuous place.
Okay, well, I'll try to be around for that one. I'll hold the camera while you get yours done. Okay.
You let me finish. On a baby pig.
Oh my God!
Get an inconspicuous place on a baby pig.
Okay.
Is that
well, Peter's gonna love us now.
Is that going to get us in trouble?
Yeah, I think so, probably. Well, folks, I'm telling you what, it's been real and it's been fun, but I think it's been real fun actually this time. So everybody keep listening to netradiodogs.com on our website, Net Radio Dogs on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And, if social media, if a new hot form of social media comes out, I guess we'll try to invade that too. That's just what we got to do. We got to keep everything rolling. Right. So, hey, for Tony Dean, it's Rick Dollar, and everybody have a great night, and just listen up, and remember our email addresses, rick@netradiodogs.com and tony@netradiodogs.com. Give us some show ideas, and we'll try to make your dreams come true.
Yeah, Rick will spin plates for you.
No, he won't.
Can I say one thing?
Sure.
If you're driving, you're on the road, and this podcast ends, and you reach over to push the other button, make sure you're stopped in a safe place.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't
text or operate anything and drive. Okay, just do what you got to do.
We want to keep our listeners alive.
Exactly. Pull over, grab a drink, and then switch to the next podcast. I promise you will laugh. Okay. All right. For netradiodogs.com, it's Rick and Tony See ya.
Adios.